You're listening to the Call Kent podcast, where Kent C. Dodds answers questions and gives insights to software engineers like you. Now, let's hear the call.
Hi Ken, my name is Jean-Pierre. I'm also a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm originally from Peru, but I live in Switzerland, and I work also as a React developer for about 2 years, and I consider myself still a junior. But I'm completing your course of Epic React. Thank you very much. It's an amazing course. It has helped me a lot. But I wanted to let you know that I am still hungry to learn. I really want to become one of the best in the world as a front-end React developer. And I wanted to say I feel that in order to achieve that, I need to be surrounded by the best in the field. And I consider that you are one of the best, together with Dan Abramov and many others. And I would like to ask, um, um, if he, how can I make it to work together with you or your team? I I'm always trying to learn. I'm always positive and always trying to give my best in whatever I do. And one of my dreams is to work together with the best. I don't know how can this be possible? I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much for all the content that you have out there in the internet, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Have an amazing Monday, and thank you so much. And be with the Spirit, and the Lord for sure has helped me to be in contact with you, with your courses, and with all the opportunities that I have right now. Thank you so much again. Have a great day.
And that was the call. Here's what Kent had to say.
Hey, Jean-Pierre, thank you so much for the question and for your kind words. I really appreciate that. It's always nice to find another member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the wild, in the web. And so, yeah, good to meet you. So I remember actually early on in my career, I had conversations with my coworkers, and I would ask them questions all the time. And I would just say, I just wanted to be the best. I want to be the best. And in retrospect, I really should have been thinking more about being the best that I could be rather than being the best compared to other people, because I think that you will always be disappointed because that the world is just so vast, and there are so many people of varying capabilities that if you want to be the best at everything, then yeah, you're going to be disappointed. But being the best that you can be, now that's something you definitely can and should strive for. And I think that it's really cool that you've been able to narrow down specifically what you want to develop your skills in to something very specific. That's something that I did. I wanted to just be really, really good at JavaScript and really good at React. And I put a lot of my effort into that. Early on in my career, it was really good at AngularJS. So these things can fluctuate over time, and that's perfectly fine. And so what really the best mechanism for becoming the best that you can be at anything is just to spend a lot of time involved in that. So it doesn't work necessarily matter who you work closely with, as long as you are actively working on that skill by building lots and lots of things, or just gaining a lot of experiences. And I do have a blog post about this, about how to get experience, and I'll link to that in the description or in the notes for this episode. But the short answer is you get experience by having experiences, and so you opt yourself into a bunch of different experiences. So Yeah, as far as it definitely does help a lot to work with people who have varied experiences different from your own. I worked at a company as the only front-end engineer for a while, and that was a really awesome experience because it exposed me to all of the problems of front-end. But after a while, I realized that I wasn't sure of my decisions, like whether or not it was a good idea, whatever I was doing. And so that became a bit of a challenge for me, and moving to another company where I had engineers of varying levels of experience and different experiences was really helpful because it forced me to kind of challenge my assumptions and things like that. So anyway, as far as if you do want to work directly with me, I'm afraid I don't really have specific things that other people can do for me. At least certainly not something that I could pay for because I just don't really have those needs. Like the most important things that need to be done for Epic Web, for example, are things that I need to do myself. That's an important part or an important element of what I'm offering is I'm teaching you things that I have personal experience with. And so I need to be the one to have that experience and actually build the content and material. I know lots of educators will hire somebody to build the demos and stuff like that. And that's just not a thing that I do. I have to do it all myself. Now, I do have I do work with skill recordings, and so they do offer some things like design work and stuff like that, but I do have to implement things myself. So I don't really have anything that I could hire you to do. That said, if you really do want to work with me, I do a lot of open source, and I'm just about to go live on a stream, and I have a number of people who will watch those streams and help me get unstuck from things and things like that. And also even submit pull requests for the fixing things that I have a hard time fixing myself, stuff like that. So you're welcome to do that, but I hate to end this by saying, yeah, you can work with me via free labor. Like yeah, that doesn't sit right with me. But there's, like I said, there's not really anything you can work directly with me otherwise. Now, I want to reemphasize that it actually doesn't matter so much who you work with. You don't have to work with the people that you think are the best in whatever you're trying to do. To learn from them, and also like you don't even have to necessarily learn from them. The people that you are looking at who you think are the best probably had some really great mentors that or at least really good examples that you may not even know about, and there a lot of this comes from varied experience from like a lot of different people. And so yeah, hopefully that like sort of answers your question a little bit. I'm not sure if it does, but I think that if you are dedicated and focused on what it is that you're trying to achieve here, as far as being the best at React, then I think that is something that you can do. You just mostly it comes down to how much time you're willing to put into this and how much effort you're willing to put in. And a lot of it also comes down to how much you practice talking about the things that that you're building, and how deep do you go when you run into a problem. A lot of people just will go deep enough until the feature's working, and then they'll ship it without completely understanding it. And that's fine when you're just trying to ship something. But if you really want to understand it, then you have to go a little bit deeper. And a really great forcing function for going deeper is by forcing yourself to teach what it is that you're learning. And so I've got a blog post about that too, that I'll include here. So anyway, I hope that is helpful to you. Very good luck. And yeah, take care.
This has been the Call Kent podcast. Learn more about Kent at kentcdodds.com and get your own questions answered at kentcdodds.com/calls.